Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome everyone to another video here on the K-Tech channel. Today I'm bringing you the unboxing and first impressions of the OnePlus 15. And OnePlus is a company that was created with the essence of building, manufacturing, and selling to the public.
In general, smartphones that are flagship killers, in other words, top-of-the-line killers.
Delivering a lot for a lower price, less than the competition. And they've always done a great job with design, build quality, software. Man, their read-only memory Oxygen OS and Color OS is just so smooth, it's perfect, it's really good, very fluid, and really beautiful too. But over time, that flagship killer essence ended up being a bit forgotten, kind of set aside. Since the latest smartphones released were priced very similarly to their competitors, there was no longer that cost-benefit thing. But this time it seems like they're trying to reconnect with their audience, which is extremely loyal and passionate about the brand. They managed to bring a top-of-the-line smartphone to the market at a much lower price than the competition. But you can, of course, take part in the giveaway for the one I'm holding in my hand. 16 gigs of RAM with 1 terabyte in titanium color, which looks amazing, with entries at just 6 cents each. The link is in the video description. And just reminding you that the shipping and delivery fees for this device to the winner are paid directly by me. But that's it, guys. Go ahead and leave a like so you don't forget. Then check your subscription to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and share it. Send this video to that friend of yours who's crazy about Apple, about iPhones, so he can check out this machine I have here. I'm sure he'll love it and might even give up that little Apple, which I still don't understand why people are so obsessed with. Now this, yes, is a top-notch device for a price that's, let's say, getting close to being fair for what it offers. But that's it. Let's go to our unboxing initial review with first impressions of this launch of this beast, OnePlus 15. Let's watch the video. Let's go.
And starting the unboxing, a traditional red box from OnePlus with the model highlighted.
Just a reminder, this is the Chinese version that's running Color operating system. It offers native Brazilian Portuguese support, not from Portugal, on Color operating system. When I first saw this, it had never happened before. Okay? The Portuguese language didn't exist. It wasn't available on Color operating system. When I saw this, I quickly messaged Marcel Campos, who works at OnePlus in the United States. Okay? I said, Marcel, is this you? Did you have something to do with this, man?
Adding Portuguese to Color operating system overnight has never happened before.
He said, man, definitely not. I have nothing to do with this.
I don't believe him, but anyway, it's a huge improvement for us, man, for those who will have a OnePlus, even if it's the Chinese version, running with Brazilian Portuguese. That's really great.
Opening the box reveals an envelope with a quick start guide, warranty certificate, and silicone case. Also very beautiful. Below, we instantly see the smartphone. Then, a charging and data cable with USB Type-A and USB Type-C connectors, an ejector pin, and a monster charger with 120 watts of power. And just to remind you, it supports wireless charging at 50 watts, which is awesome too. And now, with the device already in hand, all set up, we have a 6.78-inch active matrix organic light emitting diode screen with an amazing refresh rate of 165 Hz.
Correct, 165.
Over 1 billion colors, high dynamic range, 10 plus Dolby Vision, high dynamic range vivid, and up to 1,800 nits brightness.
It has a very premium feel. Its material is unlike anything I've ever seen in my life. It's a very unique composition.
It leaves no fingerprints and is extremely durable. It weighs 211 grams and is 8.1 millimeters thick. And this titanium color looks awesome, really beautiful. Look at this camera module, it's gorgeous too. It looks a lot like the camera design of the Oppo Find X9 Pro. We know they're sister companies, so for sure one copied the other. I just don't know which one copied the other, but there was definitely some copying here. Yes, there was, but it turned out beautifully and truly deserves praise. On the right, there's the power button and volume controls. Top, microphone, noise reducer, stereo sound output. Left side, a shortcut button that you can assign some functions to, just like on Oppo as well. In this case, I set it up here for the flashlight. And at the bottom, dual nano SIM tray, 5G microphone, USB Type-C port, and stereo sound output. The artificial intelligence that comes installed on it is Oppo Artificial Intelligence. Why does it come with Oppo Artificial Intelligence, I wonder?
It offers several text features and can also serve as your personal assistant.
It also offers photo editing features like erasing, enhancing resolution, and image stabilization, which, by the way, work really well as you can see here. Look, the photo as it is turned out perfect. No one would say this was edited. Now, about the battery, check this out. We have 7,300 milliampere hours of silicon carbon. The performance is insane. It easily lasts the whole day. Depending on use, you can get up to 2 days of battery life. Trust me, it lasts a long time.
In the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 processor test, 3 nanometers, which are the basic batch, it scored 4,103,000 points.
A beast. It's the highest score I've ever seen in my life. As for temperature, it hit 45.2 degrees. It got pretty hot too, and lost 9% of battery. Let's show some footage of us gaming with it. You can see here Call of Duty Mobile with all the graphics set to maximum. Alright guys, it's running smoothly, really great, no problems at all, it goes just fine. I didn't even need to show you any of this. The device is running super smoothly. Everything is really fluid. It's definitely a really unique device, man. This processor is just awesome. It comes with IP68 and IP69K certification with resistance to high pressure water jets and submersion up to 2 meters for up to 30 minutes. As I always say, be careful. This is just an added layer of protection from the manufacturer. Man, a beauty like this isn't meant to be thrown in water all the time. Take care of your device. We use ColorOS 16, the same read-only memory as the OPPO Find X9 Pro. Once again, another coincidence. I wonder why. It's already running Android 16 on the device. Of course, it also has near-field communication connectivity to make contactless payments. And the fingerprint unlock on the screen and facial unlock work at lightning speed. Both of them are really fast. There are 5 versions, 12GB RAM with 256GB or 512GB and 16GB RAM with 256GB or 512GB. This top version has 16GB RAM and 1TB storage. All of them with universal flash storage 4.1 memory. It doesn't allow memory expansion, only 2 nano SIMs with 5G and an eSIM. You can only have 2 data services activated at the same time on the device. Now let's move on to its audio and video test. Alright, it's time to test the audio and video of the OnePlus 15. Let's set the brightness to maximum. Here is the screen quality advanced, 2160 pixels. Let's run it here. Apply pinch and set the volume to maximum. There it is for you. And the sound is stereo. Guys, the audio and images on this device are amazing. The screen is really beautiful and the audio is insanely good, really great. Let's discuss cameras, starting with the front. It features a 32 megapixel camera that records 4K at 60 FPS with stabilization and high dynamic range. Let's show photos and videos from its front camera. Front camera, guys, OnePlus 15, 4K 60 frames per second. Walking here, we can see that it tries to work with high dynamic range there, but it can't, at least here, look.
We just have the sky there. See how different it is?
Now with me here,
Everything turns white, but it stabilizes. Hold it tight. Stabilization, nice. Let me tweak the settings a bit here. See if I can enable high dynamic range or maybe even stabilization too. Hold on. I've enabled high dynamic range now, even in 4K at 60 frames per second. Enabling stabilization turns off high dynamic range and limits resolution to 1080. We're in 4K 60 FPS with high dynamic range.
here for me.
A cloud appears, turning everything white. But we have high dynamic range enabled. And it's recording here at 0.8, okay? The clouds should be showing up there, but they're not. We're here with high dynamic range on the front camera of the OnePlus 15, and now with ultra stabilization, it turns off high dynamic range and drops to 1080p at 30 frames per second, okay? Let's walk a little more here so you can see.
Getting this ground back here.
It stabilizes a lot.
A lot. Very good stabilization.
I just don't know. I think they need to tweak the high dynamic range software for the front camera. Here we have high dynamic range turned off. It still seems to work better than with high dynamic range turned on, see?
Aren't there more clouds now than before?
When it was turned on there. But it's there for you guys.
Front camera of the OnePlus 15. I don't know what you thought of the photos and especially the front camera video. Personally, here's what I think. With all the features like high dynamic range and stabilization turned off, the result was better than with them turned on.
I'm not sure if it's a software or read-only memory issue. Maybe it'll be fixed with an update. I just don't know.
But in fact, with high dynamic range turned on, it seemed like it was off. And even with stabilization turned on, it seemed like it was actually off. Since you turned all that off, I found it had better high dynamic range and stabilization. That's just my impression.
I want you to comment here what you thought as well.
Now, let's discuss its rear cameras. 350 megapixel sensors, a main with optical image stabilization and ultra-wide, and a periscope telephoto with 3.5x optical zoom, both also featuring optical image stabilization. All this records add up to 8K resolution at 30 frames per second. Let's check out now the photo and video results taken with its rear cameras.
Alright guys, here we go. Now it's the beast right here.
The OnePlus 15, rear camera recording in 8K at 30 frames per second and with stabilization. I can see it's trying to stabilize. It does hold a bit, right? But here it shakes a lot. Let's check the focus here. Quick and smooth at the same time. Let's call in here on zoom.
There's no zoom. I found it, there was, but now there isn't. We can't open zoom.
Only static here at X at 8K 30. Let's change it here, lower it to 4K 30, see if we can work better. Now here at 4K 30, we can already open the wide angle. There it is. And let's make the transition here. Subtle, nice. Up to 18 times, huh? 18x. Remember that we can record up to 4K 120 frames per second. Okay, let's go to 1x now.
And done, I stopped.
Let's walk a little bit.
Here, it stabilizes much better.
Then the 8K you can use zoom.
Let's check the focus.
Very fast too. Awesome. Here is Rio. Very crowded, lots of rain. And this here is the well-known Ponte Macera. Awesome, right?
Very good.
OnePlus 15 rear camera. Guys, now, yes, things have really changed on the back. It improved a lot. Very good stabilization. The zoom has a very good range.
Despite artificial intelligence involvement, the quality and resolution remain.
But it gives a result there. A really sharp photo, even with the maximum zoom applied. I liked it a lot. But comment down below what you thought of its rear cameras as well. And now let's go to our final summary. Positive points in my opinion. Monster processor, monster battery, monster charging, monster wireless charging too. Insanely monster stereo sound as well. Monster rear cameras too. Its price is also very high. Very good. Now for the negatives, starting with the front camera. As I mentioned, the result was a bit strange for me. We also need to improve the screen. It could use more brightness. With a top device maxing out at 1800 nits, I'm unsure how it will perform. I didn't have a sunny day that peak sunlight to be able to test it, but I think it might leave a little to be desired in terms of brightness when we have the sun shining directly on the screen, okay? And another thing, I don't know why they ended the partnership with Hasselblad while Oppo kept it, right? The Find X9 Pro still has that partnership. They got rid of it. I don't know if it's to cut costs or something like that. But it was a really good feature that brought great image quality too, some cool features, and it took really good photos and videos. I don't know why they dropped it, but business is business, and we can't get involved. That's it. What's your opinion? Share your thoughts on the OnePlus 15 below. Is it a great device, top, and worth it? Leave a comment to share your opinion. Before leaving, check if you like the video and are subscribed to the channel.
And make sure to share it like I mentioned at the beginning. That really helps a lot too. All right?
We're in this together. Thank you all. God bless. Big hug. See you next time. I'm out.